when I started Milksta, every day I was telling myself, if I could only help 10 mothers, I would keep on doing what I'm doing. But right now, our initial first biggest milestone would be helping at least 1 million mothers in their breastfeeding journey. And I think we could hit that.
Every day, nearly 360,000 babies are born around the globe. For many mothers, setting their babies up for success starts with breastfeeding. Unfortunately, nearly half of them face challenges producing sufficient milk. Newfoundland-based entrepreneur Leanne de los Reyes felt the effects firsthand and used the experience and love of coffee as motivation to create an all-natural product that's helping thousands of mothers and their children get off to a great start, one latte at a time.
Milksta offers innovative and delicious breastfeeding brews for mothers who are nursing or pumping that will help them boost their breast milk supply. Moringa is actually, basically it's a garden vegetable plant in the Philippines. Like growing up, like it's just in the backyard. You just pick the leaves. It's also a known galactagogue. So when you say galactagogue, it has milk boosting properties because it helps with the prolactin hormone. Prolactin hormone is the hormone responsible for milk production. And in the Philippines, when you get pregnant, which of course I did it with my first son, like we start eating lots of moringa in all our meals, and by the time that you give birth, it's just like the milk keeps flowing. The first thing, like I thought, like I need to put this in coffee because most of the mothers, starting from the time you get pregnant until you breastfeed, like you cannot take coffee, you cannot take caffeine, and that's when I thought about putting it in a coffee. And I think it's my mother who specifically like suggested, then you need to make it decaf. You need to make it suitable for breastfeeding mothers. I only started with the 1,000 units because that's only what I can afford during the time. And I even told myself, okay, if nobody buys them, I would drink them all because this is for me. I am my market. I created this product because I wanted to solve my own problem of, breast milk supply, of having my coffee, enjoying my coffee while breastfeeding, not worrying about the caffeine intake that I have. And then I started selling it so I put up a store, like online store, and everything's like I literally built my e-commerce store from YouTube University, like watching YouTube videos of how to put up a Shopify store, how to put up like an Amazon account. So, and then that's also there. So I started selling it online, and after 1 month, I was surprised. Like 1 month, I got sold out. It's like, what?
I was in a research-based program. And Leanne, because her company was like a startup and she needed mostly help with like market research, lots of brainstorming and developing strategies. So because I'm from like a research background, I could use that, my like theoretical knowledge to like in a practical world. So over the course of 8 months, I was assigned to a variety of tasks. So it helped me explore like different areas and helped me find out what I'm interested in and what I'm not. If I hadn't gotten this opportunity, in like maybe a couple of years, all those things that I've learned in classroom, they would be like, I wouldn't be able to use it as like a fresh graduate, right? But because as I was learning those concepts and like, theories in classroom, and on the side, I was working for Leanne, I could like, apply those concepts as it was fresh in my mind.
Specifically, I didn't have business plan, I didn't have strategy, nothing, no marketing research in place, nothing. So that's when Libby like proposed MyTax business strategy program, and when I saw it, it's like, okay, let's do this. It's like this would definitely help this company, like from a one-woman team, and let's see how can this partnership or collaboration will work.
I really consider myself a connector. So all the business development people within MyTax were always out there trying to find out as much as possible of what's happening in every single industry, every sector really in the province. So when I spoke to Leanne, she mentioned that she needed someone to help her with market expansion, also looking into other markets and really doing an assessment and what we call like a landscape review of what new potential markets could look like. So armed with that information, what a MyTax BD does is then we go and look at our contacts within our academic institutions. So I had heard about a student who was doing the Memorial University's MBA program, and her expertise is actually in lead generation and sales processes and management. Her name is Ashmita. So the next step, I found out if she was interested. We put them together for a chat, and then we found out that they had lots of common ground. And in the end, we did one internship. So we co-funded one 4-month-long internship. It was really successful, I think, for everyone. And then we went back and put together a part 2, which was building on the initial work that the student did with, underpinning, let's say, that new sales expansion strategy for Leanne.
Oh my God, they are so sweet. Sometimes I would wake up, I was teary-eyed because a mother would message me, I'm about to stop breastfeeding, but when I tried your product, I just kept on breastfeeding. And I hope you will stay until I finish my breastfeeding journey. And that gave me the power, that gave me the energy, okay, tomorrow I'll do this again. Even if during that time I wasn't really thinking that it's going to give me the money or be profitable until I saw the growth of the sales. And actually, I think a year later, when I started the company, when there are also wholesalers like retail companies who are starting to contact me that they wanted to put my products into their stores. So I'd say with all those positive things happening, there's definitely a good future in terms of how big of a market it is and how big of an impact Milksta could possibly do to the mothers, and of course the mothers are the sole responsible people for raising the kids for the future.